on the subject of inertia and mass. You might have heard it said that the mass of a thing is how much stuff there is in the thing. Well, no, Joey Sophomoroni, that's not quite right. We need a more accurate definition of mass. And so I would like you to consider the 1971 feature film, the first feature film by director Steven Spielberg, Duel. Duel is the story of a killer 18-wheel semi-trailer truck that is trying to run down, run over, or run off the road an ordinary man for no clear reason. Duel is a great movie, but not as great as the greatest film of all time, which Spielberg released 4 years later in 1975. That greatest film of all time is, of course, Jaws. Jaws, in many ways, is a remake of Duel, with the truck replaced by a shark. So about that truck, I bring it up because you know that a truck of this size, once it gets going, is very hard to stop. And of course, if it was stopped, it would be very hard to get it going. What we're talking about here is the inertia of the truck, this difficulty in starting it if it's at rest, and the difficulty of stopping it once it's going. Inertia. Inertia is the tendency of an object to, and we can say this 4 different ways, the tendency of an object to obey Newton's first law of motion, or in other words, to resist acceleration. Inertia, the tendency to resist acceleration, which is the same thing as saying the tendency to resist a change in velocity. Resist to starting moving if it's at rest, and resisting slowing it down if it's already moving. Likewise, the tendency to remain in motion when in motion, or to remain at rest when at rest. All these things capture the meaning of what we call inertia. Now, mass is a very closely related thing. The mass of an object, which we usually abbreviate with a lowercase m or sometimes an uppercase m, the mass of an object, that is a measurement of the object's inertia. An object's mass is how much inertia that it has. The SI unit for mass is the kilogram, abbreviated kg. Now, a kilogram, that is 1 kilogram right there. This piece of brass right here, that has a mass of about 1 kilogram. For comparison, this 1 liter bottle of water also has a mass of about 1 kilogram. A liter bottle of water, that's about a kilogram as well. So, kilograms. An engineer's starting salary, you might say, is about 60K. What do we mean when we say 60K? Well, the K, of course, means 60,000. K is short for kilo. Kilo meaning thousand. What I'm getting at here is the unit conversion. You need to know and memorize that 1 kilogram, kilo, K meaning thousand, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. A gram, a much smaller unit. For comparison, a penny here is about 2.5 grams. An ordinary penny, a copper-coated zinc penny, about 2.5 grams. A milliliter of water, or a cubic centimeter of water, same thing. About that much water right there, that has a mass of about 1 gram, which is where the definition for a gram originally came from. So there are a few objects to give you a sense of how big a kilogram and